Welcome back to City Skylines for Los Triplet Bay in our second episode of basically building a beautiful city here along the coastline. And today we're going to be talking about an entry island, which will also define our industrial complex that will be needed in order for the future of our city to grow here in Los Triplet Bay. There we go. We will try a little bit better for this. But as you see here, we have a little bit of the start of our city. We got the water, we got the power that we need, and we're going to try to keep this as green as possible and then use just enough power to allow us to have what we need. Now, one of the things that we are going to do is we're going to use this island to bring in cargo, people, and other items as needed. So let's go ahead and get this all mapped off and make it its own little district so that we can simply just make sure that we get it. And per our Google Earth, we're not going to call this Bedford Square because it's definitely not square at all. We're just going to give it an island, Ibo Island, which is off the coast of Mozambique. So if you're watching from Mozambique, here's a shout out to you. It'll definitely be worth it later on. And one of the things that we want to do is, because this is going to be where we have a lot of traffic, a lot of industry that comes in, since we do have this wonderful industry demand, we can also provide an island over here for all of our trash to be incinerated to take care of this part of the map here. Now over here is where we're going to have that wonderful divide, and I'm just simply going to take it as a pretty much a highway, so that we can get these folks to and from. So one of the things that we want to do is take this, take the highway, bring it over. Alright, and we want to get rid of some things, of course, because we want to make it a toll road. Make money, that's the name of part of the game here. Let's get this put in. Oh, yeah, we'll bring you over here. That will help us there. And then we'll finish off that little bit of the highway right here. And we'll upgrade this road to a nice industry road, and we'll bring it around, get rid of some of this park here, because we will need to expand it out and bring this road into here so that we can then cross over into the island. Because we're going to build this as an industry envelopment for folks to basically have their jobs over here and then work and live on the other side of the park. So with this, let's get upgrading. We're going to make it a nice little 4-lane road for industry, since we're going to have a lot of people coming through here. And we'll change this up. Get rid of those. And we'll bring this over to here. We'll get rid of these roads since they're not going to be needed. Alright. And one of the things we will do is just bring this up and over. And back down. And we'll cut you into this so that we actually have like a diverging point here so that everyone can get to where they need to go. Now as far as the park, we will bring this to where it needs to go. And this will allow us to bring in more assets into this water area here. I think that would be very nice for these folks to enjoy. So we'll grab our little district for the park. We'll bring it straight on down so that these people will be able to enjoy the future upgrades that we have. I'll grab some of the more little gates so that people can get to and from. And we'll bring this around as well over here. So we will make sure that snap that in. There we go. And instead of a straight little line, we're going to bring it around. We'll make this straight though. And there we go. And as it gets into the dark time here, we want to be able to make sure that these folks enjoy their park experience. So with that, I'll bring them around. We'll cut it off, bring it over, and around, and there we go. And you get to come around here, and we'll fix that gate as needed. And the fence looks like it's right there. We'll curve that around. Very simply done. And we'll bring you straight over to here. And you get to come back over here. There you go. We're going to leave this side open since I'm not that concerned about where it's going. And we'll have this all beautifully set up. So that these folks can get to where they need to go and keep them in the park. There we go. We're now properly fenced back in. We're going to drop off some happiness throughout our park to make sure that I can fully upgrade. We'll have some of the nice buildings in here so that they can go to the restroom and enjoy the park views. And we'll grab some of the little benches. And drop them throughout. And we'll add more later. But let's go ahead and grab another one. Bring that over here. And we'll set up a little... Yep, this is cleared. Clear that. We'll make sure that they're able to play some chess. And we'll do the same over here. There we go. And then when they get into the park tomorrow morning, it'll be nice and beautiful. And we'll make sure that they have plenty of light throughout the park. Yes, yes, yes. Buildings in park area need power. Boo-hoo. Alright. We'll get some of the flower beds placed in here. Just to bring up some of the entertainment factors. As people will then come and go throughout our park here shortly. And we need to reorientate this one just a smidge. And we'll throw in some goodies. To bring people into the park. There we go. And we'll make sure that it has some light. There we are. And we'll just grab some sandboxes. We'll drop those in. There you go. Same with these guys over here. We'll drop some in right over here. Alright. I'm not too particular about how or what they're doing. It looks like they're having quite a bit of a garbage issue. So I guess we're just going to have to improvise this. Get one of our little incinerators going. And we'll drop it off at the park. Just to hopefully alleviate some of that traffic, because this recycling center isn't doing their job apparently. Alright, so now we have to get more commercials set up and more yeah, we definitely need more commercial and we definitely need more industry. But as I stated, we are taking this to all new lights and we are crossing the water. And one of the first things that we want to be able to do is bring it up and over. Alright, and then we bring it back down. And around, so that these folks will be able to get to where they need to go without much fuss of where they're going. And as you will be able to see, folks are coming in this way and this way. And it looks like we have it switched to right-hand traffic. But I guess we'll have to fix that back to the left-hand traffic. Okay. But first, let's go ahead and get some industry pretty much set up for this. We'll bring these guys in right over here. And as far as people, we'll make sure that they come in right over here so that folks can come in as easily as possible. Now, one of the things that we will have to do is, you know, of course, get people to pay in order to enjoy their transit stay here. There we go. That works. Get our small little industry road again. Get that brought in. We'll back this off a little bit. And we will drop it in. And drop you over so that these folks can get to and from. We will call this the IBO toll. And this one we'll just call it the entry toll. Alright, now as far as power, apparently we're going to need to just bring folks over. And it looks like we have power over here as well. So that works, and we'll take power on the other side of the bridge just to make sure that these guys later on have everything that they need. So we'll get the little road, get these set up. The reason we're building these little back sections here is mainly so that we can get all of our police goods and services in here as quickly as possible. Which also means that I shouldn't have put that power line there. So police, fire, and we'll make sure that we have garbage, of course. We'll get one of these nice recycling centers, or the power ones. There we go. And we'll get that snugged in there. We'll move you over here, move you back there. Move you over to here. What do you mean slope's too steep? Okay. Alright, so we'll take you, move you down a bit, and there you go. So now our garbage, as it looks like it is right under here, and it looks very neat and organized. Now as far as like this building, looks like we're gonna have to fix its elevation. And wait for the tools to pop up and load, and we will drag this over, make this smaller. Smaller, I said. Oi. Of course it doesn't want to do it. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll bring this over and around and up. Okay, now that looks proper-ish. Ish is the word, right? Bring you up. There you go. Now as far as our roads here, let's get these set up here. There we are. Alright. And one of the things that we will do is we'll get our little one-way roads properly set up. And bring you guys in. Too easy. We'll drop you off and upgrade you. No, we're not doing parallel crap today. Upgrade. There we go. Alright. And this will be our pretty much our exit, so that folks can get to and from these locations. Now, this will work. And yeah, we'll go back to what we had here. There we go. We'll get our little touch tool ready. Touch this. Touch this. Upgrade. And upgraded. Okay. Now as far as power, let's get some storage in here. And we'll make sure that it's pretty decent storage. There we go. We'll bring in some smaller ones. Okay. The big one will be, of course, our good old commercial goods. These will be our factory goods. And we'll take our little road back here. Alright, and we'll take some more of these wonderful things. Drop them off into different little locations. We'll grab 4 of them. And we'll move this one a little bit closer to the road. Move you a little bit closer to the road. And we'll make sure that these are set up for forestry, farming, ore, and petroleum. Alright, there we go. These guys are set up. Let's check out our power. Looks like they're set up over here. Now, as far as, let's go ahead and get a taxi in here, apparently. We're gonna probably need a distro center in here. Let's get that in here. Ooh, don't want you there. But you know what we could do? This is a dual road anyway, so it's not really serving a great purpose for us. Okay, so now we can put this in. Okay, We'll drop our first little post office in here as well. We'll grab a little taxi depot. We'll drop this in over here and drop you in right over here. And as far as sightseeing, looks like we've got a good opportunity for folks to come over here and enjoy themselves. Alright, and we'll get some folks living on this island just so that, you know, folks can enjoy themselves just a smidge. So we'll bring this around here. Alright, and we'll just make that a possibility here. It's going to be noisy for them, but they'll be alright. And commerce, we'll drop you off right here. That will allow these folks to come in. And because it's a nice little tourist area, these folks will be able to do what they need to do. And we'll have some thick commercial here and some thick residential here. Too easy. There we go. Got folks living here now. This will all get powered up. And this will be Ibo Harbor. Ibo Cargo. This will definitely provide us some people coming to and from and into our city. Now, just to bring this up, we're taking a quick look at our traffic. And we'll click on the routes. And as we see, we got a nice thoroughfare right through the exit here with people coming to and from the little towns. So this will definitely provide us a lot of commerce and opportunities for people to bring goods and services in. And of course, pay to do well. Now, apparently it says that we don't need industry, but we do know that we do need industry. And in order to bring that in, we'll make sure that these folks have plenty of commercial opportunities available to them. So one of the things that we definitely want to be able to do is bring these folks over to here into these little neighborhoods that we're going to hopefully cause a lot of beautiful progress to happen within. So now we have the roads with the bike lanes set up. We'll take our little suburban streets. We'll drag them over, overlap them as much as possible. Basically kind of building a nice little interwebs for the community here. Now we'll make sure that these guys come in over here. And you get connected up to over here. And we'll make sure that you get fully connected. There we are. Alright, now all we have to be able to do is bring some residents and commercial goods in. So this will be possible along this main road. And we'll get all the little light commercials set up right along the park. And we'll set up some offices right here. Change that to commercial. We'll bring in some more offices over here to each side. And some more small commercial. Small commercial. Easily done. We don't want commercial on that road. We're good. Now, what we'll do is, as far as our industry, we'll make sure that happens along this neck of the woods here. We'll get our police in so that they can take care of all of the goods and services. For this area. Alright. That should provide a lot of happiness to these folks. We'll grab one of the big riding stables, is very important. We'll drop you off down here. And as far as power, we'll make sure there's no power lines. Looks like it kind of disconnected itself, which is good. Nope. Bye-bye power lines. There we go. Alright. Check on our water, check on our power. We're doing very good. Looks like this is fully set up now. And looks like we have a lot of traffic coming into this area. So one of the things that we should be able to do is see about increasing this highway dimension here and here, just to make sure that these people get to where they need to go. Alright, that works for me. Now everybody has pretty much a designated turning lane. Actually, hold on. Let's make you that so we can actually kind of keep this area. Okay, now you're a main road. We'll bring you into a 4-lane just to hopefully alleviate some traffic issues here. There we are. We've got people coming in and out. Goods and services. Ibo Island. Got people working over here. Okay. Definitely looks like we have a big demand for residential. So we'll get one of these community centers placed in, so that folks can get educated. And we'll make sure that it's kind of based for these folks over here. We've got our high school. We'll get that pretty much set up over here. And an elementary school. We'll drop that in as well. And one of the things that we will do is we'll come in here with some bike paths. And we'll make sure that these folks get properly set up, so that the fingers of these communities can grow and prosper and have ways to get from point A to point B. Alright, so we have this one going into this one going into that one, this one coming in to here. Let's take a closer look here. We're going to need to move you closer to here. Get you into here. Bring you straight over. And we're going to bring you straight down. There you go. And that should hopefully also improve some of our educational resources to bring these folks to school. So let's take a look here. Okay, well, people will go where they need to go, and that will work out for us. Alright, so now let's get these communities built in. So we'll just drag these folks down this road. Bring them across. And we'll fill in some of these big sections with pockets of dense commercial. And there we go. And this should allow the city to properly grow into this community. Alright, now let's get back into the Google Earth. Pick a name by clicking on I am lucky, as we basically we're going to have this as its own little area here. And it's not going to be Mulberry Park. And we'll call it Chillon Park, because it's also by the water, and later on we'll build a castle here so that we can actually enjoy the view. So let's make sure that we spell it correctly, and we'll get ourselves set up. Now apparently I shouldn't have done that. That is not what I wanted. Did not want it as a park. But we will bring this in, and it will not be called Kent Square. Let's get rid of any of the other remaining park here. Mulberry Park. Yeah, it's not going to happen that way. Alright, and we'll bring Crazy Me. There we go. And the district. Chillon Park. Alright, now this should definitely bring up some more people into this area, and it is, as folks are traveling through. It definitely brought us some ease into here, as making it a level 2 park now. So that gives us our big chessboard that we can place throughout the entire area. And of course, we're going to have these beautiful little water features that allow us to allow people to come and enjoy the park. So we will bring you up and over. Bring you... Come on. Snap with me. Let's see which way we can do this. We will bring you straight over. There you go. Alright. Now, as far as power for these guys, let's go ahead and get one of these boards set up over here. Restrooms we'll bring in over here as well. Park info booth and a cafe. There you go. That should provide it some power. Easily done. Alright. Now that little park area is done, Chillon Park's growing. Traffic's still kind of a butt right now. But it's mainly probably because these folks are basically going in and out. That works for me. You got tons of beautiful pedestrian traffic coming through that park area, which means that people are actually using it. Very easily done. And we're getting all types of industry brought in here. We've gone from negative $20,000 to $15,000, so that just means that we need to bring in more opportunities for people to succeed here. And with that, brings us more of our industry area that is needed. And they're going to do great things. Oh, come on, go where I want you to go. There we are. Nice little cross turn there. We'll get some bike paths in here. Just to make sure that people can get from one place to another. Alright, now as far as what we want to be able to do, we'll get one of these little tiny roads. And that will help us out right along here. Now as far as our garbage, looks like we're doing alright. Industry, no. Let's get a normal recycling center brought in here. And this area is going to be our industry type hub. We'll bring you over, get you connected. Very simply stated, performed easily. And that will hopefully allow more of the industry to grow along this road. We'll make sure that it has the demand that it needs in order to succeed. Now, I'm doing just one side of the road here so that as things progress and get powered on, it has a way to, move around. Alright, and we'll get y'all set in as well. We'll get some commercial or office set up over here. And we'll get rid of these power lines, because it looks like it's nicely connected over here. Very easily done. What other power lines can I probably get rid of? I can get rid of these. They're connected. Alright, and we'll get a nice little thing set up in the park here. That will hopefully provide power to that little area right over here. And come on, give me what I want. Oh, we're saving. No!